Welcome back to some asshole reviews. And last night I went to go see Rampage. Now, the movie stars Dwayne Johnson, also known as The Rock, and also stars Jeffrey Dean Morgan. He plays Negan from The Walking Dead. Anyways, going into the movie, I was expecting shit. Like, you've seen the trailer. Some of the trailers look cool, but that's about it. So you might think like, okay, they saved all the best scenes, all the best stuff for the trailers. So going into it, okay, you have Dwayne Johnson as the main actor, and you've already seen enough Dwayne Johnson movies to know what kind of movie this might be. Another thing it has against it is the fact that it's based off a video game. Sometimes it could be a two-player game, and then you try to destroy, eat as much people as humanly possible against the other opponent. The alcohol's kicking in a little bit. Anyways, so finally seeing the movie, it was better than I expected. A lot better than I expected. This movie actually shows enough initiative to where like it wants to be better, or at least try to be better than the other previous giant monster movies that came out before it. Of course, Pacific Rim Uprising, Godzilla, and Kong Skull Island. Because we're talking about like present time, the past like 4 years or so. This movie is actually better than half of those. I believe Rampage is better than Godzilla, and I believe Rampage is better than Pacific Rim Uprising. Now, it almost belongs up there with Kong Skull Island. Like, if you've seen Kong Skull Island, that's what you get. It's like an early summer blockbuster. You get giant monsters fighting each other, and you get a decent enough story to actually follow the characters and enjoy it. And that's where you get with Rampage. The movie opens and grabs your attention in the first scene, where you see how they're testing out the experiment. Without giving much, they were experimenting in space, and something went wrong to one of the survivors had to get some of the samples and bring it back to Earth. Crash lands, the samples spread, and thus infecting these animals. Okay, that's all I'm going to say, because that's the first 5 minutes of the movie. But then when the movie progresses, you actually get character development along the way, and enough to you actually care about what's going on. Talking about the video game movies that came out before Rampage, I give this definitely an A for effort, a B for execution. It was enough to where we actually liked this movie, and it's like, I actually like this movie a lot, and I can't wait to see it again once it's officially out. I know I'm going to have fun, and it's funny when it needs to be funny, and it's cheesy when it needs to be cheesy. Like, it's kind of like if you enjoy the old school Godzilla stories where you have the bad guys being roaches from outer space, but you still enjoy that shit, then yeah, this is definitely an improvement from that. Now, going back to Godzilla here for a second, Godzilla had great cinematography. Like, if you're into that, then yeah, sure. This movie, Rampage, it's not shot to where like it's expecting to win an Oscar for best cinematography or best screenwriting or best acting. No, we're here to have fun, and it's a summer type of movie that was released before the summer will keep you content until Infinity War comes out. So my final verdict for this movie, for Rampage, because I enjoyed it so much, as a sci-fi giant monster enthusiast, I'll give it a 7.5 out of 10. Right? Just enjoy the fucking movie. It's really good. Don't see it in IMAX. Don't spend too much money for it. But definitely see it in theaters, because this is definitely meant to see it in the theaters. Big ass screen, great sound quality. Don't look at your phone while watching it. Just enjoy the fucking movie. Just turn off everything in there and enjoy 2 hours, and you'll have fun. It's not... What's a good movie here? It's not going to be Infinity War.